Hey guys, John Casto here from Action Fitness. I wanted to do a little member spotlight with one of my members, Celeste Jones,
Hello.
she's been training with us since July 2000. Was it July? Or it might have been earlier than that.
June 18th.
June 18th.
18th. It was the last day of school last year.
Perfect. So June 18th, the end of the 2013 school year. And she is going to basically share her story and what the program has done for her and what it's been like. So first question I wanted to ask was just tell us a little about yourself, who you are, what you do, and then whatever else you want to share with us.
Well, I work for Fairfax County Public Schools, and I increasingly gained weight over time after having my two kids, and I got to the point where I just was so big I was going to need to buy the next size clothes, so I was already in size 18 and I was going to have to buy 20s, and I did not want to go up that 2 number, and I weighed 193 pounds.
Wow.
And and I couldn't go out and play games with the kids outside, and they were playing kickball, and I really didn't want to move around much. Anyway, so I went and visited my parents over spring break, and I saw my mom and dad and what their destiny was, and living in a nursing home and pretty much not very mobile, and I know that that's my destiny unless I make a choice to change it. So I lost about 20 pounds before joining Action Fitness because I couldn't even fit into my biggest exercise clothes. Then I gave you a call and met with you the last day of school because I couldn't fit it in because, we never have time.
Right.
So finally, the last day of school, I met with you and we did measurements, and I kept thinking, oh my God, it's not going to get any worse than this. And got on the scale, and it was 172 pounds. And then I started working with you and came twice a week and got immediate results in inches more than in pounds because I could feel how my clothes fit differently. And
so what was that? Do you remember what that body fat percent read?
Yeah, it was like 31.
31%. Yeah, I think that's right. Crazy, right?
Crazy.
Because now you're down 19%?
19. No, 17.
17. Even crazier than that. 7-8 months later.
I know. I was in such denial, too, because our human resources had come out and do a health fair with us. Mm-hmm. And, you had to do one of those things where you hold your hands out. And it showed me that I was obese. And I'm like, oh, I'm not obese. I was in complete denial that I was that large. Anyway.
So what was it like what have you tried in the past as far as programs?
So I've tried going to Gold's Gym and doing like the body pump classes, and after I did that I couldn't even do laundry for a week because I couldn't walk up and down the stairs and hold the laundry basket because I realized I was out there on my own. I was just doing the exercises, following what the woman was doing up in front, and I'd be looking up and back, and and I also tried doing exercises at home in our basement using DVDs. Again, I'd be on the ground looking up at the TV trying to figure out what I was trying to do. By that time, they'd move on to the next exercise, and I just couldn't keep the program. And I would just make excuses all the time not to do it. I don't have time. The kids would always interrupt me, or I just wasn't successful. I also tried, maybe I'll try changing my diet. I couldn't do that either. I just was emotional eating, and I just needed to find a program that would have a partner with me because I couldn't do it myself.
That brings me to my next question.
Yeah.
So basically what you just told me is what I hear 99% of the time. Either they do a gym program, sometimes work with a trainer, try DVDs, working out at home, and or some type of diet in some way, shape, or form. What have you found here between our boot camp program and our personal training program that's the missing piece to the recipe that those programs don't have?
Yeah. So my biggest thing is the partnership because I can always email you, you meet with me, you track me along the way, celebrate the results. All the other trainers come in, hey, Celeste, how are you? The other women here in the program, they're very supportive. We're all doing the same journey. They all look like me, all trying to get healthy. There is weight loss, but it's a big, get healthy, get stronger. It's that partnership. You hear feedback. There's a Facebook nutrition group where you can post, I'm having a hard day, or this is what I've had for dinner. You share recipes. We cheer each other on. You see each other, week after week. If you haven't seen someone, oh my gosh, you look so amazing because you saw them last month. And
exactly.
So, yeah, you look forward to coming, and we have a really good time.
Sure.
It's a lot of fun.
What's your favorite part about working out here?
I love working out with my friends, but really, honestly, it's that you guys, our trainers, you celebrate when we move to the next pounds up. You say, hey, you can do a heavier weight, or you're doing good. I can finally do like real push-ups, not modified. And
It's pretty awesome.
that's really awesome.
Yeah.
And I did 10 in a row. And Don, the trainer, he's like, looking good. So that was really great because he knew I couldn't do more than 5, just a month and a half ago.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you've been one of our biggest success stories. A little bit of our poster child.
I know, but, it's kind of embarrassing.
No, it's awesome. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So what would you have to say to our current members to motivate them, and inspire them a little bit, and or other women out there that are considering the program, whether it be the personal training or the boot camp?
Right. I mean, I don't want to say I doubted that I could do it, because once I started feeling some success, it just kept building and building, and then I got more confident, and then my clothes started feeling better, and then people started noticing, and then I started getting muscle tone, and I felt like since I felt that success, it was easy to believe in myself. Once I really made that mental shift, and I really also started focusing on clean eating, that's what I'm calling it, because it's not exactly like paleo or against grain, I did do a whole modified version of just eating totally clean. Like, I see such a difference in myself. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the person that I used to be. Because when I looked in the mirror before, when I was large, I would, again, in denial, like, who is that? But I love that you can see those incremental successes throughout your program, it's measurable. And then getting on the scale just reinforces that.
Right.
And you feel sort of like, I was at the store and I picked up those big cases of water bottles. And I usually, really have to, and I could pick it up. And it was not a big deal.
Felt pretty good, I bet, right?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Or just running up and down the stairs at home. I couldn't run up and down the stairs. And one time I was going, of course I forgot something. I ran up the stairs and I thought, I just ran up the stairs. Yeah. That's great.
So that actually brings up something interesting. So the more I mature as a coach in the fitness world, I see that it's important, to most people to have like a low body fat percentage, or to fit in a certain size, right? But the thing that I see that's consistent, whether or not people say it, is that there's nothing better than being able to move better, right? And
yes.
That's the best thing, because
yes, I do have depth perception issues. I run into walls and stuff a lot.
That's different.
But hold on a minute. But I also had no idea what my size was before, and I would run into things more often because I was so big. And now I can, in a parking lot, when you go between cars to cut through a lane, like, I can do that and not hit the car.
Feels good.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
when my husband hugs me, like, I can feel his arms all the way around me, and I know that he's like, I have my wife back, because I was really little when I met him.
Yeah. And that probably means the world to you, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it feels really good.
So tell us about the boot camp program. What do you like about it? What's unique about it versus, the classes and stuff? Because I get that question a lot.
Okay, so it changes up all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, you just changed it up just recently. So you come in not knowing exactly what you're going to do. You have it listed on the website, but it's fun. You go and see it on the board, and you're like, okay, oh my gosh, yes, I can do it. And you coach us through the whole thing. We're not just on our own. Like, this is the workout, you go do it. I love how you guys count down for us, or change it up. We're in teams. A lot of times we're in teams, and sometimes our team will do a little bonus. We did one on Saturday. We did bonus. We like high five each other that we did a little bonus part. So I like that we're in teams and we move around.
Makes all the difference.
Yeah, it does, because you're there and we're working out together for the same goal.
It's the best part.
Yeah. So there's no like girl in a bikini in the front.
No G.I. Janes, right?
G.I. Janes.
So, what about you've recently become a personal training member when we started our semi-private personal training back in December. What are your thoughts on that? How's that experience been for you?
Yeah, so I actually really like the personal training. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's like, your eyes are always on me, but I like that there's a lot more variety. I can do harder skills. I also like that I move at my pace. Although the pace of the classes moves really well. It's just move at your pace for your customed exercises.
Relative to you.
Relative to me.
You can see the weights increase and the strength go up. And it's...
Right, and then it's different moves. Like this, I can't even describe some of these moves I do. But I never would have thought that to do these moves, and it's something that you couldn't do in a big class because, it would be hard to,
sometimes
have your
interest.
eyes on form. Or, interest.
Yeah.
Or level, skill level.
Right, exactly. So to the woman out there kind of on the fence about even just giving it a try, what would you have to say to them?
Yeah, I would totally give it a try. I mean, I am not like a super exercise person. I didn't really think I could have this much success. And then I did. Like I first time I met with you, I showed you a picture. This is the dress I want to fit in. I not only fit in that dress, I'm like in a couple sizes even less. And I would say it's so worth a try because, and you deserve it for yourself. That was something else. I feel like this is kind of this is my time away from the kids. I can come here and it's something healthy for myself. When I leave, I sleep so much better. Honestly, that's kind of crazy to me because I thought I slept well before.
Yeah.
But I sleep so much better and I have a lot more of attention during the day. I think that also goes hand in hand with you eat better, so you feel better. You know, it's all like this big, continuous circle.
Right.
But
it's not the solution, but it basically snowballs every other part of your life in a positive way.
Yeah, I would so give it a try because, like I said, I tried a lot of different stuff before. And it's amazing how quickly I saw results. And I know some other friends of mine who joined more recently since the new year, even already seeing results. And it's in the inches and how you feel, and then the pounds come. You kind of start melting away, which is really great.
Right.
Because this program, I love how it builds your lean muscle when I have this shirt on, but
bikini season.
My husband is loving
excited.
it. So yeah, I'm really excited.
So now we talked a lot about the program. I'm sure our viewers out there are wondering what separates what happens in these four walls as far as a sense of community versus what you see at the gyms or even other private training studios. What's unique about that?
Yeah, you guys know our names, you know our level, you know how many times we've come. There's that relationship and the community here. All the women, we know who's the 5:30, the 6:30 attenders, the regulars. If we don't see someone or like someone often got married and hey, how was your wedding? And it's a really nice small community. And it gets larger. And as people join, we welcome them in. And hey, I'm Celeste. What's your name? Hey, this is your first time. What'd you think? Like, oh my gosh. Or they come back and I'm so sore. Or it was great. Or I'm like, you'll be fine. You're doing great. And I can't do this. Like, I couldn't do that either. I couldn't do a burpee when I started. And, I can do full burpees. And I even started doing the push-up with a burpee.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a really nice community.
Great.
Yeah.
Any last words for our viewers out there?
Yes. If you are ready to get fit and you're ready to get healthy, that's the most important thing is to get healthy. This is the place to come because John and the other trainers, they will hold your hand. I realized too, as I got older, I needed someone to hold my hand. And I couldn't do it by myself. And a lot of the other support networks I had out there, they were also struggling. How are they going to lose weight? And there are all these different crazy diets out there and workouts. And you should do the P90X, and you should do 225, and then there's a new P90. And I needed more personal attention.
Right.
And I needed the support of other people here. I'm not just going to go to my basement and get it done.
Right.
I'm just not going to do that.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us today, Celeste.
Thank you. Thanks for
And I hope you had the chance to meet her when you come try us out.
Yeah, say hi to me.